All right, so you want to know how my mom responded when I gave her everything back she had ever given me since I was born at her request. And I actually was no contact with her at this point. So I think she made this request so she would see me, but I didn't let her have that. Instead, I asked my dad to come over. I filled his car up with all of this stuff. And he was pretty mortified, and he was really insistent that I keep anything that I want to keep, that's what I should do. And I did keep a few things, but the majority of it I gave back because when I was in college, I was given a menorah, and I had at some point, like, you know, in college you move in, you move out with different people. I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast after college. At some point I had donated it or I lost it, and she had asked for it back to give to my brother. And I couldn't find it. And so that became like a family thing. It was always brought up. Oh, well, you know, you gave this away. And I just didn't want any of that. So I was like, have all your crap back, lady.
And they all fell to their knees and begged that drifter, begged him please, as he raised his fist before he spoke. I am the righteous hand of God, and I am the devil that you forgot.
Do I let my kids keep the gifts my mom sends them? No. I don't even show them the gifts that my mom sends them, and here's why. The first reason is I don't want to confuse them. My own pain and the abuse I suffered is not for them to bear. They do not remember my mom. They have no recollection of her. If I were to give them a gift that she sent, I would be, one, I'd feel like I'd have to lie to them because I can't tell them, oh, this is from my mom, who we don't talk to, we don't allow communication with, and she doesn't have access to our lives. Two, then I would have to open up as to why we don't allow access to our lives, and they're just too little for that. Reason number two, my daughter on 2 occasions has watched my mom lose her mind. One of those occasions, my mom took every single gift that she had bought her. This is the first time my mom had seen her in like 2 years. She took every single gift that she bought her because she was mad and threw them out the door onto her lawn and kicked us out of her house. All because my daughter did not want to snuggle with her. The second time, my daughter was so incredibly triggered by my mom that she was physically trying to push her out of my house. The amount of emotional trauma my mom has already put my daughter through is not going to be made up with gifts, especially when the last gifts that I allowed her to give my daughter were used against her and then used to traumatize her. When the time comes that my kids are old enough to acknowledge the fact that my biological mother is not in our lives and wants to know why, my plans on that is to hire a child psychologist to help me convey the message so my children don't feel like they have to bear the weight of my abuse. If that day comes and they want to build a relationship with her and they are emotionally mature enough to know that they can walk away, understand that her behavior is not normal and it is not excusable. They're old enough to physically walk away and stay away from her and keep their own boundaries. And if they, with all of those options, want to build a relationship with her, that is amazing and that is their choice. By then, I would hope that I did my job by making sure they know how to hold boundaries in their own lives and that they know that they don't have to be subject to abuse just because somebody is a family member. So I hope that this helps understand why I choose to not allow my children to receive the gifts that she sends. If you're wanting to see more on healthy boundaries, happy healing, and dealing with narcissists, then follow me.
Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up every night asking my mom, when's daddy coming home, you know? Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but
Ex-girlfriend keeps calling my phone, but the bitch can't hurt me, so I'm not worried. All alone, did it on my own, so I show no mercy, I show no
I can't wait for our sleepover. Let's start planning. Okay, I was thinking... Wait, hold on. My mom just got home. Okay, we're good. What was that about? Oh, I was just listening to my mom's footsteps. What? When your parents get home, you listen to their footsteps to see what kind of mood they're in. What do you mean? You know, if they're walking hard and fast, they're probably in a bad mood and on their way to get you. But if their footsteps are slow and light, then they're most likely in a good mood. So wait, you're trying to tell me that you can tell what kind of mood your parents are in by the sound of their footsteps? Is that not normal? I don't think so. Oh. Okay, well, can't wait for a sleepover. Okay, bye.
So they start driving down the street and bitching at my brother for whatever, you know, them telling him that he could not get a ride from them, and then him, you know, still pestering them for a ride because that's the only way he was comfortable going home. And he doesn't like to spend the night places. He's just not comfortable. So he just gets out of the car. He just gets out of the car and starts running down the street. And so I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know if one of my parents got out and was yelling at him or what, but the neighbors called the police. And so they end up back in front of my wife's grandmother's house where the reception was, where we were spending the night. And the police are there. My parents are screaming in my wife's grandmother's face. We didn't even, like, my wife stayed inside. I went outside and tried to deal with the situation. I completely blocked this memory out. I forgot that this even happened. My wife had to remind me.
You people are so lazy. How come no one ever helps me out around here?
Well, when I tried to do the laundry, you scolded me for washing the loads in a different order than what you wanted. When I tried to fold and put away that laundry, all you did was complain because I rolled the towels instead of folding them like you wanted. When I washed the dishes, you got mad that I left them in the drainer instead of drying and putting them away immediately. When I tried to cook dinner, you hovered over me the whole time and micromanaged it to the point that you may as well have been doing it yourself anyway. Gee, I can't imagine why no one ever wants to help you out around here.
So my parents create this whole situation by, like, bitching at my brother in the car and, you know, getting the cops called on them. But of course they're trying to blame shift and make it all about the fact that, oh, I let him drink at the reception. Say what you will. My brother was 19. He chose to drink at the reception. My parents have let him drink so many times. They've bought alcohol for him and his friends. They are complete hypocrites in this situation. But of course it's all about that. Well, I didn't end up getting in trouble. My brother did end up getting a ticket for underage drinking, which my parents had to deal with more than anything. So, but yeah, they really did that. And it was my wedding night. They really did that. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe I forgot about that. Wow. Happy Pride Month.
She said I was a bad person. I guess I'm just the worst mother ever. Was I really that bad? Was I really that awful? Am I that horrible of a fucking human being? Yeah, you were really fucking shitty, dude. Do you not remember when you tried to make me and my other sister get along by tying our arms and legs together and she almost broke my fucking leg? I have permanent health problems because you guys put off taking me to the doctor for so long. I broke my tailbone and you guys just didn't take me to the hospital. Yeah, you were super fucking shitty. Maybe instead of coming here and bitching about it and trying to pretend you weren't, you fixed your shit. You're reaching 50. I'm going to your other sister for comfort. Okay, yeah, you should have done that in the first place. Why did you come to me? Why did you think I was gonna comfort you? You know I never fucking do that shit to you.
Good evening. Is this a fair